I 20M broke up with my girlfriend, 24F, over cuddling with her friend, 20M. The situation is as follows. We were dating for 1 month already. I came after a 5-day absence to celebrate her birthday. Her guy friend was nearby, so he also visited. She met me with a rather cold attitude. She explained that it was normal for her. She needs to get used to the person after some time of not seeing each other. Okay, I was also in a bad mood because of difficulties with my studies and work, so seeing a cold shoulder hurt me more than I thought it would. She said that my bad mood triggered her of her exes, which is why she couldn't be there for me. I try to be understanding and more warm, which has no effect. Then her friend came and her mood instantly becomes better. She is also a very touchy and physical person. I have said to her that I'm not comfortable with it at the moment, so at least give me time to get used to it. Yet, she was all hugs with her guy friend and even pretended to kiss him in front of me. Her reasoning: she is just like that, she cannot change the way she is as a person. Then I'm gone for 2 hours, come back home and see them cuddling in bed. So I lose my shit, gather my things and leave in front of her, pleading me to stay and suggesting to kick her friend out. I understand that it was innocent. I also understand that my feelings and boundaries were not respected. What are your thoughts? It's like she took a class in childish bullshit 101. She didn't see you for 5 days and therefore had to adjust to seeing you? Then it's my trauma. Finally, it's getting physical with a friend. It's only been a month, why put up with this? How do you know it was innocent? I do exactly the same as you did. No way that shit flies. She's not worth the mental gymnastics because I'm pretty sure every single aspect or ruling she has for herself won't apply to you. You sound like you have self-respect, good on you. You told her your boundaries and she didn't respect them. I hope you find somebody who will. Cuddling in bed. Boy, that wasn't innocent. That was either the warm-up or the cool-down to some horizontal tango. You did the only thing you could do in that situation. You left. I have a lot of guy friends and we don't snuggle in bed. My 35F daughter's girlfriend, 19F, is overstaying her welcome in our home. Edit. I'm calling it a night, folks. Thanks everyone for the wonderful advice and perspectives. Husband and I will be having a conversation with SD this weekend about some compromises on GF's time here, as well as the importance of maintaining independence and balance in a young relationship. Wish us luck. My 35F stepdaughter, 19F, and her girlfriend, 19F, of about 2 years have recently made their relationship public. Girlfriend has been out of the closet with her sexuality for many years, and my stepdaughter has started coming out to family, starting with me and her dad in the last year or so. Girlfriend had been coming over once a week-ish for the last few years, and my husband and I assumed they were probably more than friends. But stepdaughter didn't share their relationship status with us until very recently, and we have come to learn that they've been committed for close to 2 years. Husband and I are very proud of stepdaughter for her courage and support her exploring her identity and building loving relationships and all the things that come with growing up. We like girlfriend generally, and she is courteous and respectful when she is over. So no problems there at all. That said, since they made their relationship public, girlfriend has been staying at our house 4, sometimes 5 nights a week. Our house is not large and I work from our kitchen table as a full-time numbers person, so my daytime focus is important. I'm finding it hard to squeeze in laundry time because I'm pretty sure stepdaughter is washing some of GF's clothes, and the linens she uses when she stays are adding up. We only have one shower, which she uses daily when she's here, so that's caused some timing issues. She doesn't eat much, but enough food is missing for us to notice. Husband and I love our couch potato time, but our couch only sits 3, and it's now almost always occupied by stepdaughter and girlfriend, so husband and I end up sitting at the kitchen table together while the girls are giggling and chatting 4 steps away. Usually I'll have some totally alone time when husband and stepdaughter are at work or school, but oftentimes girlfriend will stay even when stepdaughter is gone. The vibe of our home feels like it's just completely changed. Husband and I have talked about it, and we're happy the girls feel comfortable here and safe being themselves around us. We know that safety doesn't exist in a lot of their other spaces. That said, I am beginning to feel overwhelmed with this person's constant presence in our home. I also don't know that this much dependence is normal or healthy for stepdaughter, but I could be letting my personal bias influence that. My questions are 2. 1. Are we letting this bother us more than it should? If yes, please share some perspective shift we can try to adopt so we can get over it. 2. If our annoyance is reasonable, how do we have this conversation with stepdaughter or GF? And what's a reasonable compromise? Also, since I know how Reddit feels about young stepmoms, we know it's odd. Husband had stepdaughter when he was very young, and him and mom split up shortly thereafter. I didn't enter the picture until many years later. Stepdaughter and I have developed a really strong relationship that's more like mentor-mentee than mom-daughter. We have a mutual love and respect for each other that neither of us really have with our own moms, and that I rarely see between biological daughters. I won't try to pretend like that age range between her and I isn't weird sometimes, but what are y'all gonna do? Nah, listen, that's your home and you also have the right to come home and not have another person that's not family life there permanently. It's like a roommate situation, just that the roommate doesn't pay anything towards rent, utilities or food. That's not gonna work long time. Have her dad sit her down and explain that you guys love that she is happy but want your privacy too, and you are asking her to only have people over like 1 or 2 nights. Talk about how many nights are okay beforehand. I think you should talk to them about this and see if you guys could come up with a compromise. Like maybe she could buy her own food. Maybe go elsewhere to clean laundry. Plan days she can't come over unless there is an emergency. I think that it's reasonable to set boundaries in your own home about how often guests can come over and spend the night, regardless of the sexual orientation of your young adult child. Something along the lines of, "We love you and your girlfriend is a lovely person, and we want you to feel welcome in our home and are glad that it's a safe space, but you're overextending your welcome. Staying over 1-2 nights a week, on weekends, would be fine, because it wouldn't impact my work or our day-to-day flow." You might also ask if girlfriend is experiencing any safety issues at home now that she's come out. My guess is that now that they don't have to hide that they're a couple, they want to be together like a couple. Unfortunately, they don't live alone. Not sure if someone has pointed this out already, but it might be a good idea to ask your daughter if her girlfriend is okay or if she's avoiding going home for some reason. The sudden change in her staying and eating a little bit of your groceries and washing clothes, there could be signs she's been made homeless or is in an unsafe, unhappy living situation. How would you feel if she was with a boy instead of a girl? She's practically moved in and they are living together in your home. If she was a boy, I'm sure you would have not accepted him staying over all the time, if at all, but since this is a girl, you're looking at her like a sleepover friend. They are in a sexual relationship. Are you comfortable with your daughter at this age living with her partner in your home? That's the big issue. She's overstaying and you need to put some limits on this. If they break up, it will be especially hard on your daughter as she's got more memories of them in your home. Every corner will be a reminder. I feel you and dad are being extra careful and too nice just because they're gay. No way this would fly with most young heterosexual relationships. You should be able to relax in your own home. Have talk with daughter that you love her girlfriend, but overnight stays are now limited to once, twice a week. The constant need to be joined at the hip is concerning and making you and dad uncomfortable. You shouldn't feel like you need to hide out in the kitchen. Be honest with stepdaughter. Even at 19, I would absolutely know this sort of behavior would be inappropriate in my parents' home. I think stepdaughter and girlfriend are probably aware they're taking advantage. Husband 31M is ready for more kids. I 23F am not. My husband has always wanted kids close in age. He is the youngest of his family. 9 years younger than the sibling right before him. He hated not having someone to play with and doesn't want that for our kids. We have a 22-month-old and an 8-month-old. He wants more kids and wants them now. I'd prefer to wait. I've been pregnant 3 times in the last 4 years, with one resulting in a loss. I'm 23 and exhausted. He says if we don't do it now, we're just setting our next baby up to be the third wheel for our other 2 kids. That the third baby won't feel close to them, will hate us and say we're bad parents. This is causing so many fights because he says it's unfair I'm not allowing him to be a dad and make the decision he would make if he was with someone else. I just want the fights to stop. He is so angry at me and just makes me feel like shit about it. Am I really being a bad wife and mom for saying no? I just wanted to wait until this baby is at least 2-ish. So like 18 months. How do I stand up for myself and my body while doing something my husband and kids want or need? How can we have a constructive discussion where I can get him to understand where I'm coming from without him yelling? How can we make a decision that makes us both happy? We've been together for 6 years. Too long did not read. Husband wants more babies. I'm not ready. It's causing fights. How can we make a decision that makes us both happy? First of all, get on birth control ASAP. Do not rely on him in any way to prevent pregnancy. Second of all, he is a dad to 2 beautiful kids, and he needs to be reminded that pregnancy may be all sunshine and rainbows for him, but he's not carrying the kids. If I were you, I would keep refusing. Insist your body needs a break. Don't sleep with him if it comes down to it. You are not wrong for exercising your bodily autonomy. Your husband is incredibly selfish and dismissive of your health. Quite frankly, if he keeps pressing, I would consider separation. You are a whole person, not a brood mare. I'm sorry, but how has no one pointed out the bigger issue here? You're 23 and have been together for 6 years? That puts you at a whopping 17 at the start of your relationship, and him at 25. This was never not abusive. Let's do bingo, shall we? Age difference. Male partner has problems with boundaries. Male partner acts selfishly. Willing to bet mom is stay at home so no income no freedom. Willing to bet he controls the money and berates her when she tries to spend it. Willing to bet this isn't the only way he's abusive. If he thinks the third child will resent you for not being closer in age to their siblings, then he's already proven himself to be a bad parent. How much does he parent the current children up? Of course it's an age gap relationship. Just know he doesn't give his fuck about you, your health or those kids. This is a control issue. Jesus fucking Christ. Pregnancy takes a huge toll on your body, especially multiple in a row. He's majorly overstepping. There's no way to find a compromise and make you both happy. You need to stand your ground. Considering how young you were when you got together and the age he was, I can't say I'm surprised he's upset when you stand your ground. Barefoot and pregnant comes to mind. Get an IUD. Don't let him do this to you, let your body rest. 31. Found out my wife, 29, cheated. Now what? Several days ago I had a gut feeling that something had been off as my wife was extremely distant. So I snooped. I know that was wrong, but I found out she was in a relationship with someone else. According to her, it was only emotional. But they were making plans to go away without my knowledge, and I can only imagine what would take place on their little vacation. I confronted her and she said that she loved this other woman and not me anymore. I told her I want to make it work and that we both need to also work on ourselves, and she said she wants to leave. Is there any saving this relationship? No, not if she wants to leave. I'm sorry. Repeat after me. Snooping is not wrong if your suspicions were correct. You should talk to a divorce lawyer. Good luck. Honestly, don't try to keep someone who wants to leave. Let her go. She has no love and respect for you. You're the one who should show respect and love for yourself and move on. If someone tries her best to show you that she doesn't want you, believe them. Why does every say, I know it was wrong but I snooped, you are married? It is not wrong at all. There are no secrets in a marriage. If you don't have an open phone policy with your wife, then you don't have a real marriage. Anyway, if she wants to leave, ain't much you can do. Get a lawyer ASAP while pretending to try and work on it to get ahead of her. Why save it when she has made it clear she doesn't love you? I don't know how to say it more politely, and I hope you don't take it the wrong way, but have some self-respect. Let her go, and when she realizes it's not really what she wanted, she will have to live with the guilt that she ruined it for nothing. In my eyes, only emotional is worse than if it were sexual and meant nothing.